All right, I'm joined now by Rasmus Andresen. He is a member of the European Parliament for the German Green Party. He's also been vocal in his support for the Pride March in Tbilisi. It's good to have you on the program with me tonight. I'd like to draw our viewers' attention to what you posted earlier today on Twitter. Your tweet today said this is simply not acceptable. Von der Leyen and Joseph Borrell should call the Georgian authorities to protect the Tbilisi Pride. To protest for equality and human rights is a fundamental right. If Georgia wants to be a European partner, they should act. Hashtag Tbilisi Pride 21. Are you expecting the European Union to do something here?
Well, first of all, let me say thanks for having me, and it's good that you're taking this up in your program. What we could see today in Tbilisi at the Pride is quite hurtful and painful, not just for me, but for the whole LGBTI community across the whole world. And from my perspective, this is not just a Georgian issue. It's about fundamental rights and about protecting them. And this is why I think the European Union needs to address this.
But do you think the European Union is going to do something?
Well, we could see a lot of ambassadors from European states, but also from the US, calling the Georgian authorities to act. And I think the next logical step would be to have a political involvement, to have the national governments, but also to have the European Commission on it, and having some serious talks with the Georgian authorities and the government.
Yeah, the European Commission, you say. Last month, you signed an open letter calling on Georgian authorities to protect Tbilisi Pride protesters and to ensure their universal right to freedom of expression and peaceful assembly. I noticed that those who signed with you from the European Parliament, they are either Greens or Social Democrats. I didn't see anyone from the Conservative bloc in Parliament. And isn't that where European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen feels most home at? I mean, it makes me wonder how much support there is in Brussels and Strasbourg, really, for what you'd like to see.
Well, there is a lot of support for LGBTI rights, especially in the European Parliament. I know a lot of colleagues coming from the conservative family or the liberal family supporting those issues. I don't know why they didn't sign the letter we addressed to the Georgian authorities last week. But still, when it comes to protecting LGBTI rights worldwide, there is a lot of support. But my feeling is that we need more than just strong words. We need to see the European Commission acting, and this is what we would like to see now. When it comes to Georgia, we can see that there had been a lot of issues also in the past where the government and especially also the Orthodox Church was discriminating LGBTI in Georgia, and this is why I think it's time for politicians to act.
Mr. Andresen, when you see these images of people being attacked in Tbilisi, does it make you think that the LGBTQ community is the last minority in societies where it is still acceptable to discriminate against them and even in some places to be openly violent against them?
Well, at least it's not acceptable to have LGBTI people, no matter where they are living, attacked just because of their sexuality or because they want to protest peacefully. And in places like Georgia, but also other places in the world, the LGBTI community is still facing a lot of struggles, and they need our solidarity now. And this is why I think it's important that we are taking those issues up also here in Europe.
When you look at what is happening, for example, in Poland, Hungary, and then you consider what the situation is for gays and lesbians in Russia, and now you see what's happening in Tbilisi, Georgia, do you feel like you're fighting a losing battle against hate?
No, I don't think so, because the history had shown in many parts of the world, I'm from Germany, but also looking at the US or other parts of Europe, that the political fights minority communities had to take in the past build a successful strategy and also majority support, but there are still some countries where those issues are not solved, and this is why they need our support, where we also need to support the LGBTI community and also other minority communities in some countries, so that they can live the same freedom like we can live in many parts of Europe now.
Rasmus Andresen, member of the European Parliament for the German Green Party. Mr. Andresen, please come back and talk with us again. We would like to follow this story and see what the European Union, in fact, does. We appreciate having you on the show tonight. Thank you.
I would appreciate it. Thank you.